Little dock is a popular place. Hmm. Pick up on the energy of where I left. Just speaking to some of my big life prayers of what my own life path has shown me is to claim my spiritual journey for myself. To not leave that responsibility for the development of my spirituality to an outside entity. That it's not up to a religion or a group or a lineage to hand me my spirituality, but it's for me to cultivate and develop on my own. And that as we learn how to connect in with our higher self, as we learn how to remember our own selves and souls all the way back to source, that cultivation of that relationship is our spiritual path. And that's unique to all of us. And I'm here to help support people to claim that for themselves, to take that path seriously, and to make it beautiful. The name that came through for me when I first took on this understanding for myself was within a year or two of relieving. Some waves are coming in. A year or two after leaving the religion of Jehovah's Witnesses, I called in this path that I called Blood Water Road. Blood being like the most unique thing to me. My DNA was in my blood. My soul was in my blood. And that as I tuned in with my own blood, tuned in with my own soul, I could start to trace my roots back to source. And then my blood and water being like my emotions, my heart space, my feelings, my blood, my water, my road is almost like my earth body, my physical earth walk, like what my life path looks like as I move through this life, as I choose to go left, go right, as I choose to move here, or like leave this job or this relationship and head in this direction. This is my path, this is my road that I walk from the day I'm born to the day I die, is my blood water road. And this term came to me in the way that my poetic mind thinks, and I claim that as my new spirit path, my blood water road. Especially after leaving a religion that handed something so distinct and so like well packaged to me as what spirituality was, it made sense for me to claim something very, very real for myself. And I even drew a symbol of like 4 compass points and like a arcing line that went through those compass points as kind of my dropping into this earth, my life walk on this earth, and then my exiting of the earth would be my blood water road. It'd be me listening to my spiritual calling in this life, me hearing where Spirit's calling me to go, where my next edge of spiritual growth was, and what that was going to ask of me, what it's going to bring forth out of me to do, what new adventure it was going to take me on, what path of opening my heart, how that was going to shape my soul, and how this was kind of almost a voice that came through my blood. And so this Bloodwater Road is my own personal path, and it's not something I'm trying to teach to others. It's not something I wish for anyone else to follow in my footsteps. But what I do wish to encourage is that people claim their spiritual path for themselves. That's my understanding of awakening, is to get to know our soul connection, our family soul connection back to source, our spiritual connection, to where even if we don't get it all or understand it all, we begin to feel the reality These geese are really pretty. We feel the reality of our connection, of our spiritual connection to the greater story of life that's older and ancient than this personal human life that we're experiencing now. That's both before and after it. That's more encompassing of all life, of all consciousness, and to start to tune into our root connections back to that and start to receive information more directly, to where we're not looking outside of ourselves to be told about that connection that's more intimate and personal to us. And so after going through the heartbreak of separating from a religion and seeing its trappings, seeing its limitations, seeing its falsities, I so much want to speak out and encourage people to find and claim that personal spiritual path and to begin the lifelong devotion to that spiritual path, to cultivating it like a garden, to courting it like a mystery, like a lover, to, claiming it and seeking to get to know it more and more all the time. And this next retreat that we're planning is going to be in some ways groundbreaking in the way that it's going to hold a container for that to go down in a bigger, more beautiful way than anything else that's happened in my life up until this point. And Becky and I are going to create that together, and it's exciting. It's the fastest manifestation of this. I'm also understanding through these videos and that there's no easy, simple way for me to speak really quickly or shortly to some of these concepts. They're really big concepts in some way. It's not something I can put in a box and hand to you right away. It's things I can begin to speak to. But in a lot of ways, they're not existing yet in concrete form for me to point to and reference. It's something that's still emerging, still growing, still taking form and shape on the planet. And so it's something that I have to keep speaking to in the best way I can. And it takes time for me to both feel my connection to that and to start to put words to it. And it's big enough, it's big and vast enough that I don't have the whole story with me on any one day of my life. I don't have it in its entirety or in its completeness. I can only speak to its grandness from wherever I am in today, and wherever my heart is in today, and where I'm at in my own story today. And I can speak to it from this place. But I can't quite, it's not something I can put into a 2-minute video and hand out to everyone. That's, sometimes we would like it to be that easy. Just like we can't hand someone a love story in 2 minutes. It's, love stories are amazing because of how grand they are. And our spirituality is amazing because of how deep and immense it is, how far-reaching, how cosmic and beyond us that it is. That it's not meant to be handed to us quickly and casually. That it's always an invitation. It's always something that we can begin to lean in towards, to connect in with deeper. This is my understanding of a new earth society will be set up with these kind of foundations, starting from this place. As we anchor into the truth of who and what we are, begin to embody that and act from that. We don't need to live in a world so full of rules and policing and controlling and regulating. We can live our more brave and free and gloriously dangerous existence that we were meant to. And be in awe of ourselves and each other in the full creative potential that we are holding. And be responsible for the life, for the creation that we can birth. With our understanding of our connection to it, and our connection to all things, and wanting to be good stewards, good caretakers, protectors of that life energy that is a part of us. That's my share for today.